Hey, what's up, guys? This is Alex Espinoza with the Ricky Henderson to YouTube. Going to be doing a quick little recap of the A's 5-1 victory over the Rangers tonight, Tuesday night. They finally ended their 9-game losing streak. I mean, they got swept by the Giants, the Angels, and the Astros. It doesn't really get much worse than that. But yeah, they finally won today. But the big news, of course, is Shea Langeliers made his big league debut. The A's catching prospect, top catching prospect they got on the Matt Olson deal. He's been knocking on the door for a couple of months, honestly. They probably could have called him up a couple of months, but he happens to play catcher. The only place where the A's really have some stability, of course, was Sean Murphy. Murph hit a dinger tonight, 454-foot dinger. Elvis went yard. Jonah Bride and Seth Brown also had some early RBI singles, but really it was all about Langeliers. So yeah, he came up in the bottom of the second. First pitch he saw, just roped a double down the left field line against Kohei Arihara, and it was cool because he was born in Portland, but he went to high school like about 20-25 minutes away from the ballpark in Arlington. He went to Baylor University there in Texas as well. So he had a lot of support there. That was cool to see. You know, his first game in, and he was batting sixth. He was hitting, playing DH because Murphy's still catching. And that's what, Kazi said earlier today. He's like, yeah, we didn't bring Langeliers up here to reduce his playing time. We just brought him up here because they just couldn't keep him down anymore, It was just David Force said it was a matter of when, not if, they were going to bring him up because he was just killing it. He had an OPS of 876 down at AAA Las Vegas. He had 19 homers. He had some streaks where it just seemed like every night you would just see a highlight on Twitter of Langeliers hitting a dinger. But yeah, so he got his he had a double, got a little hug from Stephen Vogt. But shout out to Langeliers. It's always cool. Tony Kemp gave him an ice shower afterwards during his post-game interview. So, yeah, it's always cool to see top prospects. Like Nick Allen's been up. He's still really exciting, still really fun to watch him. So that's kind of what it is now for the A's. I mean, they called him up. They called up Shea today. They also released Stephen Piscotty after his pretty much, 4 seasons. Yeah, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So pretty much 5 seasons, almost 5 seasons he had with the A's. But yeah, he didn't make it to the end of his contract. They're just in full player development mode at this point. So Piscotty is done. He had a nice heartfelt little goodbye to A's fans, saying how much he loved it to be here with the A's. Of course, he was from Pleasanton. And I just think the most special thing for him was that, that he got to come here in 2018 and spend the last few months of his mother's life with her here in Pleasanton, taking care of her and being with her, being by her side. So, kudos to the A's and the Cardinals for doing that trade back then. And it didn't really work out after 2018. He kind of always seemed to have nagging wrist injuries or just random, he would hurt himself, get dinged up running around the outfield. And he's 31 now. He says, he's not played his last game. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with him and Jed. Jed got released last week. So some people were surprised that Stephen Vogt didn't get released. The A's are, carrying 3 catchers, but I guess we'll see more Vogt at first base, even though he got hurt over there this year, or they'll just be splitting up DH roles. But I think at this point they just want to have Vogt just in the clubhouse, just around the guys. And rosters expand, I think, by two spots in September 1st. I gotta go check. I have to check to make sure that's sure, but I think it's two guys now. I think it's up to 28. So they'll maybe just tough it out for 2 weeks. It's not like they're going to be winning anything anyways. It's all about development. They want to keep Vogt there. And Vogt gave Langeliers a big hug. So now it's all about time to watch guys like Langeliers, Nick Allen. Maybe Pache will get called back up. Cal Stevenson's been getting a lot of run in center field. Maybe we'll see him and Sky Bolt. Yeah, they're just trying to figure out everything. Ramon's on the DL too. He went to the DL with a left oblique strain after taking that awkward spill a couple days ago. They called up an infielder, David McKinnon, who I honestly don't know much about. I got to do some research. But yeah, so tonight was Langeliers' night. And also another young dude, JP Sears, a rookie pitcher they got from the Yankees. He went 5 scoreless with 4 hits. He had 3 walks, and he kind of lost control, especially of his off-speed stuff as the start went on. In the 5th inning, he got really shaky, but he got out of the inning. Kotze pulled him out. And yeah, I mean, so he's only made 2 starts, small sample size, but with the A's so far, but he's gone 10 1/3. He's only given up 2 earned runs. It's kind of like in the Cole Irvin mold. I mean, maybe just because I'm saying that because he's a southpaw, but doesn't have overpowering stuff. Just attacks the zone. Seems really confident. Knows how to pitch. He's like a pitcher. He's not a thrower. He's definitely like a pitcher. And he's listed at 5'11", so he's probably like 5'9", 5'8". But there's something about him just being kind of small. And I don't know. He's killing it. He looks really good. And then AJ Puck came in the 6th. He gave up 3 hits and a run, but he still has a 2.4 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, and I really think he's just turned around the whole trajectory of his career as a reliever. Now that he's just knows his role, he's really settled in, and I think he's more built for this, just to be a power arm in the bullpen. And Kotze brought him in the 6th, but maybe next year him and Danny Jimenez are competing for that closer role. Danny was in the 9th. Kirby Snead was in the 8th, and Domingo Acevedo threw a scoreless 7th. Domingo has a 3.04 ERA, 0.92 WHIP. So, between Puck, Domingo, Danny Jimenez, Zach Jackson, and Sam Mole, probably get Deolis Guerra back next year. The A's bullpen could be sneaky good, and these dudes are going to be cheap. Shout out to the A's front office for putting together this bullpen. I thought they were just going to get knocked around, destroyed this year, but these guys have really held up. We're 6 weeks left in the season. These dudes are looking good. So defensively in the game, Tony Kemp and Elvis Andrus teamed up on a nice relay. Even though Elvis had this weird double clutch move to get a runner at home in the 4th, and the A's pulled a 9-6-5-2 double play. And also in the game, it was hella weird. It was like bases loaded, and runner comes up, pops it up to Seth Brown in shallow right, and he throws it into the infield, and there's like a whole pickle because Leody Taveras got caught between home and third. Hella weird play, but yeah, A's win 5-1. Story of the day: Shea Langeliers, the young guys like JP Sears. JP Sears, Waldachuk, Adrian Martinez, Zach Logue, they're kind of fighting for those 2 spots behind Cole Irvin, Paul Blackburn, and James Caprillion. Oh, yeah, so Paul Blackburn, he was shut down for the rest of the season after visiting a specialist due to inflammation in his right finger, according to Matt Kawahara. So that's it for Paul Blackburn. Never really could figure it out after he got named to the All-Star. At least no one can ever take that away from him. He's always going to be an All-Star. He's going to be one of those guys where they look at his stats in 10 years and they're going to be like, how did this guy make the All-Star team? But yeah, he made 21 starts, 4.28 ERA, 111 innings pitched, 89 strikeouts, 1.26 WHIP. But yeah, ever since he got that All-Star bid, it didn't work out. But hey, that's how it goes. So, yeah, Adam Oller will be going. He's been pretty much struggling all season long, but we'll see if he can rebound. All right, the A's will try to go for a mighty 2-game winning streak. I'm your host, Alex Espinoza. If you like this stuff, thanks a lot. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be trying to do as many updates as I can, maybe do some more podcasts. And, yeah, we'll be on – I was on playback also earlier today, too, with Shana Rubin. So on Tuesday nights, we'll be doing that. Live streams. It's pretty much like Twitch. And it's a fun time. So, all right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And I'll be back with another recap sometime soon, as long as the A's keep winning.